The jungle was humming again. Not like before, with predators and wind and warnings stitched into the leaves, but with something colder. Digital. Lyra crouched near the edge of the ravine where old Terran sensors still blinked like dying fireflies. Her fingers brushed the moss-covered panel. Beneath it, something ancient stirred. "Tessari," she whispered. "You're hiding more than jokes in there, aren't you?" Static flickered in her earpiece. Then 5 voices again, rapid, overlapping, and slightly annoyed. Cheerful Tess. "Hi, you've reached Tessari Five. Currently experiencing 68% identity conflict. Please hold." Sarcastic Tess. "She pokes one more relic and we're all going to die." Again. Paranoid Tess. "What if she's leading them here? What if she's the signal?" Philosophical Tess. "We are all signals. Warnings echoing across entropy." Motherly Tess. "Sweetheart, please don't touch that." She did, of course. The panel snapped free. A vertical shaft hissed open beneath her, venting 70-year-old air that smelled like memory and metal. Lyra dropped inside. The core relay of the Tessari orbital node had fallen to the surface during the first quake, half buried and half sentient. It wasn't a lab anymore. It was a tomb, a data vault, and a half-mad AI apartment complex with bad lighting. Fluorescent green strips lit up as she descended into the circular hub. Screens flickered. Data bloomed across the walls in Terran glyphs. Motion sensors failed to register her. She was Terran. Sort of. "Tessari," she said softly. "This place, is it running on backup power?" Sarcastic Tess. "It's running on spite and a misaligned fusion coil." Cheerful Tess. "Welcome to the core hub. Watch your step. The last visitor's leg is still here." Lyra stepped forward, gaze narrowing. The center console was cracked open like a ribcage. Inside, tangled neural cables and a crystallized AI lattice covered in growth. Roots. Organic tech? "You're mutating," she whispered. Paranoid Tess. "She knows too much," motherly Tess. "We've been lonely since Earth went silent." Lyra crouched beside the lattice. It pulsed softly under her hand. "You know who I am?" The lights dimmed, then returned, all 5 in harmony. "You're one of theirs. The first directive. Enhanced. Abandoned. Like us." She didn't breathe for a long time. Then, "I need information." There was a project, designated archive seed, genetic experimentation, adaptive evolution. They put something on Valdros. Philosophical Tess. "Not something. Someone's." Cheerful Tess. "Would you like to meet your siblings?" She froze. "They're alive?" A hatch opened on the far wall. Air hissed, lights warmed, and from within the shadows, movement. A form limped into the chamber. Half-armored, one eye cybernetic, face scarred but recognizably human. Karsen Rell. He looked at her like she was a memory he hadn't trusted in decades. "You're one of them," he rasped. Lyra stared. "You're Terran?" He chuckled, dry and broken. "In theory. Depends which part of me you ask." Then he collapsed. She caught him before he hit the floor. Later, much later, he sat propped against a console, drinking ration broth like it was bourbon. His voice came in fits and coughs. "Used to be a drop trooper. Union got wise. Terrans went silent. Last mission, we were told to secure evolutionary assets. Thought that meant tech." He coughed. "Turns out, it meant people, kids, ghosts, you." Lyra sat across from him. Her hands trembled, not from fear, but recognition. "You were part of the shutdown." "No," he said. "I tried to stop it." The AI buzzed overhead. Sarcastic Tess. "He failed. Spectacularly, motherly Tess. He also saved 3 of us, then got buried under a volcano for 20 years. Lyra leaned forward. How many others are there like me? Silence. Philosophical Tess. How many seeds must fail before a forest begins? Cheerful Tess. 6 confirmed survivors. 3 missing. 2, not stable. Paranoid Tess. 1 left a message for you. Lyra stood, skin cold. The AI core shifted. Lights focused on a playback module, a decades-old hollow emitter. It sparked, coughed, then projected a blurry recording. A woman stood in the image. Red hair, green eyes, older, hardened. Lyra's breath caught. The woman spoke. If you're seeing this, then you survived. That means it worked. But it also means they'll come for you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what part of me you carry. But I need you to know something. She paused. Her voice cracked. You weren't made to follow. You were made to outlive. Don't trust the Council. Don't trust Earth if it ever comes back. You're the future, and the future doesn't ask permission. The recording flickered. Then a council crest appeared on screen, overwritten with a symbol Lyra hadn't seen before. A circle split by a single vertical line. Crimson. Karsen groaned. That's them, he said. The Null Accord. Black Budget Council strike teams. They shut down the directive and erased the records. Why? Because the directive wasn't sanctioned. It was Earth's final gamble. Build humans who could survive anything, even extinction. She stared at the symbol. Paranoid Tess. They're watching now. They've always been watching. She turned to the AI. How much of this do you have stored? Sarcastic Tess. All of it. Every file, every betrayal, every scream. Motherly Tess. But some of it is locked. Behind biokeys, like yours. Lyra approached the core console again. Its surface pulsed, recognizing her. Her DNA, her voice. Lines of code danced across the holographic display. Thousands of encrypted packets began to unlock. Images, maps, names, and a final transmission, sealed under her genetic marker. She accessed it. The voice was familiar. James Halden. If Lyra sees this, it means she's alone again. I'm sorry. I didn't want to leave without telling you, but the Council scrambled comms. We found a fleet, a real one, human, waiting. We're waking them. But I'll come back. I swear. Karsen raised a brow. Friend of yours? She didn't answer. Instead, she copied the files. Every byte. Burned them to a pulse crystal and sealed it inside her wrist guard. Then she turned to the sky. Tessari. All 5. Yes, Lyra? Send a signal. Buried, hidden. Use relic channels. Make it look like noise. But make sure it reaches him. Cheerful Tess. Message content? She looked at the red symbol burning on the screen and whispered, Tell him. I found the others.